maybe this time will go a little bit better. Work on some of my stuff here getting banged around. Oh, there we go. We got a few people. Alright, thought I would go ahead and get a line out. You never know. Maybe something would hop on real quick and bite. Yeah, it is very pretty. So, update, no, I wasn't able to get on yesterday. Mom and Dad just got through resupplying me down here in Irwin, Tennessee. And we're on the Nolichucky River, which is great fishing. Might be a little warm already for the trout. They do stock it with trout, but there's also a lot of bass and muskie and other fun things to catch. Copper likes loves the water, just not being away from me. He's been having a great time over here playing with his antler cut off. There we go. Oh. It is warm here. It's like 90 something down here where I'm at, which is one other good reason to go ahead and go ahead and take a couple days off, because yesterday was the 2-week mark since I started walking, and it's definitely taken its toll a little bit. Mentally, it's been really good for me. Physically, not just normal like, oh, I'm not gonna drink or smoke, but just I'm feeling it in my my legs and my hips, little places you normally don't feel it. So while we're here, there's supposed to be good fishing, and we're just gonna go ahead tonight. Actually, I'm staying in a hostel. I said I was going to do that. Real nice. We've actually stayed in a couple. Me and Cobber just get a little room. It's pretty cheap. And my mom won't be on this one. She's actually driving back home. They just came and resupplied me here because we just got to the hostel and checked in. We've put in a lot of miles the past 4 days, 5 days. A lot of big, tall miles. So, but yeah, like I was saying, we need to get into. We just need a couple days. I need a couple days to kind of let the swelling go down, and but obviously I've got stuff to do. So we're going to fish for a couple days. We're also going to walk a little bit off trail. There's an old railroad trestle that goes down and the tracks, and it's really good fishing all along the railroad tracks. And it'll be about 5 or 6 mile hike one way. There's Lost Cove, which is one should have good trout fishing in front of where it comes out, because it'll put cold enough water in. But also there's a lost town. There's no road to it. There was just like one little tiny trail, but it had a railroad. It was built in like around 1900, and then the railroad shut down in like 1945 or 6. Well, they had just put a new highway in, but it's like 4 or 5 miles away. So the last people moved out of that community in 1957, I think. But the buildings are still there, the remnants of it. So we figured we'd pull a Robert and go sidestep and see what we can find up there. in up there in the mountains of Tennessee. Yeah, he is. He's gonna be. And so Copper had his chew toy, and I think Copper buried his chew toy. Copper, I don't know if you're gonna find that one, buddy. He's gonna look for it though. He sure is gonna try. Oh, Mom must have, you guys either drove fast or must have pulled over. Oh. But yeah, I've still got to figure out, I've only had a line in the water a little bit. Today we mostly just dropped our pack and walked around here. Went exploring on the roads up and down the river. Kind of got a lay of the land, talked to some people about fishing, and just enjoyed walking a little bit without having a lot of weight on. Oh, okay, there we go. Copper thinks he's got to be a big bad dog. Copper, knock it off. Copper, what are you doing? Hey, you can tell he's a hound dog. Hey, knock it off. Good boy. Hey, good boy. Hey, hey. But yeah, where we're staying, obviously you can see there's quite a few people right around here. Where we're staying is another couple miles on upriver, which is where I like to be less people. And then we'll be doing day hiking on up into Pisgah National Forest. Up into Pisgah National Forest, where it'll be a lot harder. Most people won't want to do it. A lot of people won't walk a couple miles to go through it. But we will, because we got nothing better to do. So sounds like a plan to me and Copper. This is what happens to me. I go fly fishing and I drop a box. Gotta put this bag up. Oh. But yeah, it is pretty. So now, since we have the hostel, before I realized where this campground was, I'd already got a room in the hostel, but it's okay. It's AC, and they have showers. Well, they have showers at the campground too, but no laundry. So they have a washing machine. So tonight I need to run back and walk back to the hostel and go ahead and throw our laundry in the washing machine, and then tomorrow we'll move on up to the campground because it's a lot cheaper, and we'll be a lot less crowded on the water, and the colder the water gets moving on upstream, the better. Yes, I am. Tonight I'm staying at Uncle Johnny's. Copper, can we not? We don't need to cut any teeth that way. Thank you. He is full of himself. Oh, thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Copper, I was putting that over there to take back. Copper. Ah, thank you. If you guys can't tell, Copper is in rare form, and I'm keeping him nice and far away from my fishing rod. He has gotten his second wind. He was tired and napping, and now he is no longer tired or napping. I don't know what he thinks he's going to kill, but he's He being a clown tonight. Yeah, but as I was saying, get our laundry done tonight, and then we go upstream where there's a lot less people, and walk the railroad tracks, hopefully find Lost Cove, the forgotten city, or not a city, forgotten little town. There's a couple of buildings left that was abandoned in the 50s, and so I think it's going to be a good break. I think it's going to be good right here in the middle of everything. I think that 4 or 5 days. Wow. You can stay off of me, thank you. He's done went and got his leash all tangled up now. All right, silly. Well, now I've made everybody thoroughly motion sick. I'm gonna blame it all on Copper. Now he's digging, and I just got to go try and get his lead. All right, there we go. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this, but he's digging it, and then he's putting his nose in the water and blowing bubbles. Look, he puts his nose in and blows the bubble. Oh, good Lord. Oh, you, nope. How funny. Oh, he's a little chunk of muscle. He is solid muscle. And he pulls me all around. He pulls me everywhere. And there he goes. Blowing bubbles again. And actually, this isn't bad. This is just sand. This will shit all fall off of by the time I get up there. He's looking for something. Well, he already buried his bone. Maybe that's what he's looking for. No, we haven't had supper just yet. I wasn't really. Well, good grief. There we go. Yeah. We're gonna go back and eat probably here in a few minutes and do our laundry. So just eat a snack. Not real hungry. Just mostly tired and sore. Like I said, just now everything catching up to me. All the muscles and muscle aches and joint aches. So I think just needs a day or two without the backpack on, and then be good to go. I don't know. Probably the chicken pot or the chicken and dumplings. It's actually really, really good. Really good. Like as good as any chicken dumplings I've ever had. Yeah, I'll be back before August. Our plan was to stay 30 days, and so we'll probably start looking for a good spot to wrap it off here at the end of July or at the end of June, and try and be back down in Columbus, back down to the homestead by the 4th. So I haven't really had any issues with the withdrawals, like the cigarette part, but as far as alcohol or anything like that, no, we've both been pretty good. Well, obviously I say we. Copper never drank before, but except for the sweats and not feeling a little bit nauseous the first day, couple days after that was more just being out of shape than it was actual detox. So it was just, hurting, and got a little bit better, and then we hit some bigger mountains. We picked our mileage up a little bit, so just feeling everything. Aches and pains, I guess, no big deal. So but it will be all good to go. A couple days, 4 or 5 days, 3 or 4 days down here, and we'll be ready to start walking again. Plus this hot front just came through. Is supposed to be out of here in a couple days. It's supposed to be in the 90s, like 91, 93 the next couple days, which is seasonally hot for up here. So can't think of a better time just to day pack and fish. So yeah, the hostel will be a good break, staying in there, and then tomorrow, and then the next few days, just being close to a shower. I can go to the campground if I want to, and get a spot. So most of it is going to just be fishing. All right, guys, hope you're just not tuning in. Just wanted to give you guys an update. I know I didn't get on yesterday. We are in Erwin, Texas. Not Erwin, Texas. We are in Erwin, Tennessee. Nowhere near Texas. And we're staying at a hostel tonight, but we're going to move on up the river a couple miles into the park. And well, at least one night at a campground. We're going to go find an abandoned little town. And so it's going to be just a few days of fishing and going to find cool stuff, walking railroad tracks and fishing, and just generally having a good time. So that's going to be the next few days, so I shouldn't have any problems, at least for the next 3 days or so. It might have to be this spot because there's not as much service once you start walking on up. I don't know if I'll be able to show you any of that. But there should be at least 1 or 2 lives for the next 3 or 4 days as we physically recover from our last couple weeks and get ready to hit it again. All right, everybody. Well, if I'm not back on tonight, I will definitely be on tomorrow. And thanks again for tuning in. And I'll see you guys later.